Good morning, students. Welcome back to your social science class. Today, we are going to learn chapter 3 Money and Credit, and this is part 2.
In this session, we are going to deal about the formal and the informal source of credit under Money and Credit Economics Grade 10. In the previous video of Money and Credit, we have learned about barter system of exchange, how money acts as a medium of exchange, what are the different loan activities carried out in the bank. So in this particular video, we are going to deal about the different sources of credit. First of all, credit. What is credit? So before we enter into the definition of credit, credit plays a vital and positive role in the economic life. Money, that is finance, is very important for firm or organization, just like air in the balloon. Therefore, credit or loan refers to an agreement in which the lender supplies the borrower with money, goods or services in return for the promise of future payment. So what is credit? Credit refers to an agreement in which the lender supplies the borrower with money, goods or services in return for the promise of future payment. So mainly, the main demand for credit is for crop production in case of rural areas. Now we'll move on to the different sources of credit. So what are the different sources of credit? They are the formal source of credit and the informal source of credit. When we go deep into the formal source of credit, the formal source of credit includes banks and cooperators. The formal source of credit includes what? Banks and cooperators. So these formal source of credit such as banks and cooperatives, they have been supervised by the RBI. RBI stands for Reserve Bank of India. RBI stands for Reserve Bank of India. So RBI supervises the functioning of the formal sources of loan, which is given by banks as well as cooperators. So formal source of credit includes banks and cooperatives. So these banks and cooperatives, they provide loan to the people. So whatever the loan is provided by the bank to the people, it has been supervised by the RBI. So that is what a Reserve Bank of India supervises the functioning of formal sources of loan. So as we know that RBI stands for Reserve Bank of India. So what are the features of this RBI, or what role does the RBI play? So RBI, as we know that the currency of particular country, that is India, RBI issues the currencies on behalf of the central government. RBI, the currency of India, has been issued by the RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, on behalf of the central government. Whatever the function is carried out by the bank, so different activities like personal loans, different activities of bank in providing loan to the people, it has been supervised by the RBI. So that is what RBI plays a very important role. The major point is that RBI issues the currency on behalf of the central government, whereas whatever the activities which is carried out by the bank, it has been supervised by the RBI. Apart from that, so RBI, so we know that the banks maintain 50% of the cash for the daily transaction. That is what whoever the depositor, when he go and deposits his savings in his account in that particular bank, so the depositor's money is kept as 15% for the daily transactions by the bank. So whatever the money it is kept by the bank, it has been monitored by the RBI. So that's what RBI monitors the bank in maintaining the cash balance. So banks maintain 15% of cash balance of the deposits for daily transactions. So, or whatever the cash balance that bank has, it has been monitored by the RBI. Apart from that, RBI also sees to that the bank provides loan not only to the profit-making people, but also the loan to be given to the small cultivator, small-scale industries, and even to the small borrowers. So the bank has to provide loan to each and every group of people without any discrimination. So it should not give the loan not only to the big businessmen to make the profit, but also what is that they have to provide the loan to the small cultivator, small scale industries, and to small borrowers to encourage them. So these are the different activities which is carried out by the Reserve Bank of India. Apart from that, whatever the activities which is carried by the bank by providing loans, whatever the function is carried out by the bank, all the information has to be submitted to the RBI. So the bank have to submit all informations to RBI on how much they are lending to whom at what rate of interest. So for example, if a person is going and approaching the bank for a loan, so the bank provides the loan on the submission of what? On the submission of various documents provided by the people. So whatever the documents it has been submitted, so the bank has to maintain a record of it on how much percentage, how much loan is provided to that particular person, at what rate of interest it has paid to them, and what is the EMI he or she has to pay. Everything has been monitored, and all the information has to be given to the RBI. So banks have to submit information to RBI on how much they are lending to whom and what interest rate. So what is the role of RBI? The role of RBI is that first role is that it issues the currency on behalf of the central government or the government of India. So it supervises the functionings of the formal sources of loan. So whatever the minimum cash balance the bank maintains for daily transaction, RBI monitors it. Apart from that, the RBI sees to that the loan is given not only to profit-making business but also to the small traders, small cultivators, and even to the small-scale industries. At the same time, whatever the activities is carried out periodically by the banks, it has to be submitted to the information has to be submitted to the RBI on how much they are lending to whom at what interest they have lended. So all these activities are carried out by the RBI. So RBI plays a very important role in the formal source of credit. RBI plays a very important role in the formal source of credit by supervising the functioning of the bank. Apart from that, so the interest, whenever the formal source of credit, when we go and approach the bank for the loan purpose, the interest charge is less when compared to the informal source of credit. For example, when you go to a money lender and approach for a certain amount of money, so the rate of interest collected for that particular amount will be high from the informal source of credit, that is money lender. Whereas when you go and approach the bank in a regular manner, so automatically where the rules and regulations have been followed in the bank here, the lower rate of interest. So the loans will be provided at the lower rate of interest when compared to the money lenders. So here most of the people, that is the rich urban households, the rich group of people. So the rich urban households, mostly they depend on the formal source of credit. So the urban household people, they mostly depend on the formal source of credit. So formal source of credit is nothing but it includes the banks and the cooperatives where certain rules and regulations have been formulated and it has been followed. So whatever the function is carried out by the bank, it has been monitored by the RBI. So the main role of the RBI is what? It supervises the functioning of the formal source of credit. Why is it so? Because it only issues the currencies on behalf of the government of India. So whatever the source from the formal source of credit, the loan is provided at the low rate of interest when compared to the informal source of credit. So who will depend on the formal source of credit is that the rich urban households. Mostly they depend. Why not the rural people? Because they don't have much documents when compared to the urban households. So the documents have to be submitted. So the rich urban households, they depend largely on the formal sources of credit.